Tonight on the Cardinal Sports Network, your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Steinert Spartans on senior night.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lawrence High School auditorium here in beautiful Lawrenceville, New Jersey. This afternoon, we have the Steinert Spartans versus your Lawrence Cardinals on Senior Day. The first event this afternoon, the girls 200 meter relay. The visiting Spartans, lane 3, Torres, Mejia, Rodriguez, Manta, lane 5, Quick, Mill, October, Stevens. For your Lawrence Cardinals, lane 2, Paige Van Nuys, lane 2, Isabel Neff, Ava Donnelly, lane 4, Julie Galina, Sheila Cohen-Sayas, Molly Romaine, Alex Murphy, lane 6, Aiden Perry, vocal station, Rena Lewis, and Shaka Bosnet. Lane 1 is open.
And the ladies will enter the pool for the first event of the meet, the 200 medley relay. And they're off. Lawrence occupying lanes 2, 4, and 6. And early leader over there in lane 6 is Hayden Perry. Pretty close battle though, as Deliwa in lane 2 giving chase. Cardinals swimming 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. Off to a good start. In fact, distancing themselves from all of the Steinert swimmers. Next swimmers into the water. In lane 2, it's Leah Kibbe. In lane 6, Hope Lestitian. And in lane 4, Shaila Kolomotskaya. At the turn, it's going to be lane 2 with Kibbe. A slight advantage. Very slight advantage over Lestitian. At the changeover, however, it's going to be Romaine getting into the water quite a bit ahead of Lewis, about 2 lengths. Meth in lane 2. Headed back for the final changeover. Into the water goes Ava Donnelly. Now down in lane 6, it's going to be Bassnet into the water for the Cardinals. And it's an all-out sprint from this point. There's the turn for Donnelly. In lane 4, we see Alex Murphy giving chase. Right at the finish, it's going to be Bassnet. I'm sorry, that was Donnelly for the win. And still got swimmers entering the water from Steinert. All 3 of the Cardinal swimmers are in. This is Maza from Steinert. making her final turn. Now Mazza heading back toward the finish. Mazza tags in with a time of 3:15 flat. Meanwhile, over in lane 5, Stevens swimming cleanup for that team, and she's headed in toward the finish. Stevens will close out the event with a time of 3:36.10.
Next up, the boys 200 meter relay for Disney Spartans. Lane 3, Tony Marshall, John Taylor, Tyler Douglas, Mike Lumber. Rear Lawrence Cardinals. What to assist? Josh DeMarco, Aiden Berga. Correction, Youssef, Carter Aiden Berga. Gavin Hewitt, Carter Edwards, Ryan Blanca, and Nicola Gutierrez.
Only 3 lanes in use for this event. Lawrence fielding 2 teams in lanes 3 and 5, and Steinert in lane 4. And they're off for the start of the race. 200 medley relay. Early leader in lane 3 is Fletcher Sisk. And swimming in third, Gavin Hewitt. Now Sisk with the turn. He's followed by Marshall and Hewitt. Sisk pulling away with this one already. Got about a 2-length lead. And into the water goes DeMarco. DeMarco being chased by Taylor in lane 4 and Edwards in lane 5. There's a turn for DeMarco. DeMarco with a good glide back. Taylor giving chase. DeMarco coming up to the changeover, and into the water goes Kurbetinov. He's followed closely by Douglas in lane 5. And now Carranza enters the water as well. Kurbetinov at the turn already, as lane 3 has really opened up a lead over the rest of the swimmers. Kurbetinov headed for the changeover. Into the water goes the final swimmer in lane 3. That's Aiden Verga. And Verga is cruising across the water. Verga at the turn. There's Wemmer in lane 4 giving chase. Gutierrez enters the water in lane 5. But it's going to be Aiden Verga closing out lane 3's race at the time of 2:12.90. Wemmer will tag in for second at 2:21.22. And here comes Gutierrez looking to grab third position. And Gutierrez will tag in for third with a time of 2:40.01.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Up next for girls 203. For Disney Spartans. Lane 5, Colada. Lane 3, Vermont. Lane 1, for your Lawrence Cardinals. Lane 2, Lane 4,
That's the 200 free. Swimming for Lawrence will be Kibbe in lane 2, Perry in lane 4, and Dong in lane 6. Waiting for the referee to get the girls assigned to step up. There it is now. They'll get on the starting blocks and ready for the start of the 200 free. Into the water they go. All 6 lanes active this time. Early leaders just about neck and neck. We've got Kibbe in lane 2 and Perry in lane 4. At the turn, it's going to be Perry with a very slight edge over Kibbe. Both girls swimming about even. If anything, maybe Kibbe gaining a little in 2. And yes, she'll have a little larger advantage at the turn. Perry with a good turn to stay close to Kibbe. Then in lane 3, Collado swimming for Steinert. There's the turn for Kibbe and likewise for Perry. Now Kibbe stretching that out to about a 1-length lead. There's Kibbe's next turn, followed closely by Perry still. And once again we see Collado giving chase. Nicole Dong over in lane 6 making her turn. Kibbe with the turn. And Perry still giving chase. Kibbe now extending that lead to about 2 lengths. And Kibbe with another turn. Perry with another turn. And so that's Yilmaz over in lane 5 is getting a little closer. But Kibbe in lane 2, well out ahead in this one now. Kibbe will tag in for the win with a time of 2:30.30. And Perry not too far behind at 2:34.91. Yilmaz in lane 3. Will be next to the finish line. And she'll tag in for third with a time of 3:00.12. Over in lane 6, Dong wrapped up with a time of 3:04.03.
For your Lawrence Cardinals, lane 2, Young Hustler 4, lane 4, Lee Carroll, lane 6.
Now it's the 200 free for the boys. Lawrence only fielding 2 swimmers for this one. We've got Liam Carroll in lane 3 and Kian Kajastapur in lane 5.
Take your mark.
Into the water they go. And your early leader in lane 4 is Uger. Very close at the turn. Got a good battle going on between lanes 3 and 4 with Carroll and Uger. Dead even at the turn. And now it looks like Carroll may be pulling into the lead on this one. Kajastapur in a battle of his own for third. Looks like he's trailing just a little bit for third. He's swimming in fourth. Carroll maintaining about a half a length lead over Uger. Sorry, that's Donovan. That's swimming in second position. Uger's over there in third position. And we see Kajastapur still giving chase in fourth. But out at the lead, it's Liam Carroll. Working on getting a full-length lead there. Donovan still hanging tough. In fact, Donovan fighting a little bit back. Still Carroll in the lead at the turn. Gains a little bit of ground on Donovan at the turn. Donovan actually closing back up a little bit during the lap. This looks like it's going to be a good race for the finish. Now Carroll with the turn and Donovan right behind him. Donovan's starting to surge, trying to take the lead away from Carroll. Going to come right down to the finish. And Liam Carroll gets the win with a time of 2:31.46. Donovan at 2:31.78. A very close finish. Uger for third, and Kajastapur will take four. R comes up in fifth. See what he tags in. There's his time, 2:55.76. Yeah, there seems to be a problem with the clock right now, but I'll read off the times on my monitor for you. Next up will be the girls 200 IM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Up next, the girls 200 IM. Visiting Spartan. Lane 1, Arjola. Lane 3, Davis. Lane 5, Mazza. Rear lane Spartan. Lane 2, Bishak Basnet. Lane 4, Further Farmont. And lane 6, Hope.
Step up. Okay, you're mark.
Into the water they go for the start of the 200 IM. And it's the three Cardinals surfacing out ahead of Steinert already. Lane 4, Carmaker out with the early lead. Bassnet and Lestitian about dead even at the turn. In lane 3, Yilmaz giving chase for Steinert. But out front, it's going to be all three of the Cardinals. At the next turn, it's going to be Carmaker still in the lead. Swimming in second, Bassnet. And Lestitian facing a challenge now from lane 3. That's Torres. I'm sorry, lane 3 is Torres. She's staying very close there, swimming in fourth just behind Lestitian. Meanwhile, Carmaker about 2 lengths out ahead. She'll make the turn. Bassnet following the suit. And Lestitian with her turn. starting to put a little bit of ground on Torres. Carmaker at the turn. Now Bassnet, and close behind Lestitian. Cardinal swimmers now distancing themselves from the rest of the field. That challenge we saw for third has faded away. Carmaker with another turn. Bassnet and Lestitian pretty close together. Carmaker will make her last turn and head for the finish. Still looking strong. And Carmaker will tag in for the win with a time of 3:13.01. Here come the other two Lawrence swimmers. It's going to be Bassnet, and she'll tag in for second at 3:23.32, with Hope Lestitian right behind her at 3:24.44. Now we see Torres, the first of the Steinert swimmers to come in. She'll be heading for the finish. There's Torres tagging in for fourth at 3:44.69. Still one swimmer in the water. That's Quick over there in lane 5. Great name for a racer of any sort. Quick on her final lap. While not setting a speed record, Quick looks like she's going to go the distance in this one. And Quick will time in with a time of 4:51.90. Nice show of sportsmanship there. And that will take us to the boys 200 IM.
Up next, the boys 200 IM. Steinert, lane 5. Douglas, lane 3. Taylor, lane 1. For the Cardinals, lane 2. Carter Edwards. Lane 4. Yusef Fatimi. Lane 6. He's over.
Take your mark.
And there's the start of the 200 IM. Only 4 swimmers in the pool for this event. Early leader is going to be Yusef Kurbetinov. Making the turn. Kurbetinov is flanked on both sides by Douglas and Taylor. But Kurbetinov pulling away with this one. Edwards giving chase in fourth. Kurbetinov about 2 or 3 lengths ahead of the Steinert swimmers. I'll make that 3 or 4 lengths ahead. Steinert swimmers not that far apart, maybe 1 length apart. Kurbetinov with his backstroke heading to the next turnaround. There's the turn. Now breaststroke. There goes Edwards with his backstroke. There's the turn for the breaststroke. And now big gap between the two swimmers from Steinert, with Taylor in second and Douglas in third. Karpetinov changes over. And now we got the crawl. As he'll go down and back. There's the final turn. And Karpetinov heading back towards the finish. And Karpetinov will take the win with a time of 2:29.85. Now, first Steinert swimmer is Taylor. Taylor having separated himself from Douglas. Taylor takes second with a time of 2:52.50. And here comes Douglas. Douglas will tag in for third at 3:02.61. And Carl Edwards will round out the event in fourth with a time of 3:08.64.
Up next, girls 53. The Vivian Spartans. Lane 1, Arkansas. Lane 3, Davis. Lane 5, Moscow. Here Lawrence Cardinals. Lane 2, Isabel Met. Lane 4, Alex Murphy. Lane 6, Katie and Lex.
50 free, the shortest event for the girls today.
Take your mark.
Into the water they go. And early leader over there in lane 4 is Alex Murphy. A three-way battle going on for second. Murphy with the turn. And still a three-way battle. After the turn, it looks like pulling into second in lane 6 is Paige Van Heis. And then holding on to third is Isabella Meth. Murphy will tag in with the win at a time of 29.97, followed by Van Heis at 31.81 and Meth at 32.38.
Lane 1, please start the pad, thank you. The Spartans in the 53. Lane 1, Morazzo. Lane 3, Davis. Lane 5, Warner. For your Lawrence Cardinals, lane 2, Brian Carranza. Lane 4, Josh DeMarco. Lane 6, Nico Gutierrez.
50 free for the boys. This may even be shorter than the girls' 50 free.
Take your mark.
Into the water they go. And your early leader is going to be Davis. DeMarco giving close chase. Davis with the turn, DeMarco right there with him. DeMarco gained a little bit of ground on the turn, but it's going to be Davis fighting back to retake the lead. This is going to be a close one at the finish. And Davis takes the win at 26.66, followed by DeMarco at 27.29. Wemmer at 31.36. Fourth was Carranza at 32.76. Fifth was Morazzo at 33.65. And sixth was Gutierrez at 33.77. Up next will be the girls 100 butterfly.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here for our meet against Steinert and also to recognize and celebrate all of our seniors today. We're going to start with the boys.
First, we'd like to recognize Anthony Rivera-Vidal. This is his first year swimming with us. He's come a really long way from day one, and he's been 5,300 free and we were glad he was able to join for his senior year. Next, Nico Gutierrez. Next year is starting at Varsity to study psychology. He was on the team his freshman year. He joined this year, his senior year. He also swims 53, 100 free, where you will see him swim the rest of the night. Next up is Ryan Granza. Study at Varsity for business. Ryan also joined for his first time ever this year. He is doing 5,300 free, and he's been branching out into 55 and doing a few strokes. We're glad that he also joined this year. Next is one of our captains, Liam Carroll. Freshman year, but taking this on for a year going to work and work hard for 3 straight years, earning a role as a captain, swims pretty much anything that he needs him to, 2 IM, 200 free, which is a state event, and 100 breaststroke, and then all the way next year, if we go to grad school to study more. Is 4-year swimmer Fletcher Smith. Also one of our captains this year. Fletcher plans on going to Mercer County to study engineering. He also is very fortunate to continually swim 2 to 3 events in a row across pretty regularly. And he's never passed by at it. It's like, Fletcher, you gotta do 4 events in a row. And he goes, gosh, sounds good. And he always drops time, always does well. So we're happy to have Fletcher swim again. Pretty much anything, I can just read down the board, Fletcher swims for us. So we've got Fletcher.
All right, first senior girl recognizing today, Julia Baliwa. Julia has become more and more versatile, recently standing out from sprint freestyle, backstroke. She's always willing to try new things, even 200 IM, maybe with some nerves and hesitation, but she did it. And she's planning to study pharmacy next year in school. Next up, Paige Ann Heiss. So despite lots of shoulder injuries and softball struggles, Paige will never stop working hard for the swim team. She does whatever she can to rehab her shoulders and do the best she can be for the events. Usually freestyle, sprint, some rare occurrences in the 200 and 50 fly, 400 a day, we'll see. But yeah, Paige is going to do great marketing next year as well. Next up, we have Captain Shayla Kolomenskaya. So we're always happy to have Liv in those spots. She's planning to study psychology next year. And last but not least, we have Alice Murphy. Alex is a backstroker turned sprint freestyler. She's extremely dependable in her races, always trying to better herself and drop time, especially trying to get under 30 seconds when it means she can shave Shakespeare for that. She's still deciding to continue school next year, but is looking forward to majoring in biology. So congratulations to all of our seniors. We're so proud of all of their hard work and dedication on our swim team, and we will definitely miss them next year. Thank you. School is now open for a 10-minute swim.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Up next at grade, girls, 105. The Disney Spartans, lane 3, Davis. The Cardinals. Lane 2, Big Kitty. Lane 4, Vivian.
That'll bring us to the 100 fly for the ladies. Butterfly, a very strenuous stroke.
Take your mark.
Into the water they go. And your early leader in lane 2 is Kibbe. Over there in lane 4, Yuckmouth coming on as well. And just about a dead heat there at the turn. Yuckmouth's going to get a little more distance on the glide. So she's now your leader. Kibbe not far behind. And Yuckmouth just barely ahead of Kibbe at the turn. Well, once again on the glide, gaining ground. Davis trailing in lane 3. Now it's Yuckmouth at the turn, followed by Kibbe. Yuckmouth starting to stretch out a bit of a lead on Kibbe. In fact, it's grown to almost 2 lengths. And Yuckmouth will tag in for the win with a time of 1:21.90. Kibbe in second with 1:24.65. Now we're watching Davis head for the finish. Davis will tag in with a time of 1:40.42 to claim third.
Up next, the boys 105. The Disney Spartans, lane 1, girls, lane 3, Douglas, lane 5, Nebraska. Lane 1, Spartans. Lane 2, Gavin Hewis. Lane 4, Lisa Carlin. Lane 6, Open.
Now the 100 butterfly for the boys. Lawrence only swimming in 2 lanes for this one. Gerbetinov and Hewitt representing Lawrence. Off they go. And your early leader is Gerbetinov. Gerbetinov first at the turn. Giving chase is Douglas from Steinert, only about a length back. And a couple lengths further back, Arazo. Gerbetinov with the turn. And he'll extend that lead a little bit. Douglas not giving up. Now Korbeninoff with the turn. There's Douglas with the turn as well. But it's going to be Korbeninoff all the way in this one. And Korbeninoff will tag in for the win with a time of 1:13.10. Next is Douglas for second with a time of 1:19.92. And Marazzo swimming in third. Marazzo tags in with a time of 1:34.04. Next is Kuroa with a time of 1:45.31. Gavin Hewitt having a little bit of trouble with his goggles, but he's going to go the distance anyway. I didn't notice that. He may have swum the entire event with those goggles down around his nose.
Visiting Spartans. Lane 5, Stevens. Lane 3, Lumens. Lane 1, Reyes. For your Lawrence Cardinals, lane 2, Zoe Stevens. Lane 4, Alex Murphy. Lane 6, is Shaka.
Step up. Take your mark.
And the girls 100 free enters the water. Early leader in lane 4 is Alex Murphy, followed by Zoe Snellings in lane 2. And it's anybody's guess there for third. At the turn, well, it looks like Stevens in lane 3 may be swimming in third. Bassnett over in lane 6, not far behind. At the turn, Murphy and Snellings about a dead heat. Both Cardinal swimmers going strong, pulling away from the rest of the field. And at the next turn, it's actually going to be Murphy with a slight lead over Snellings. In fact, she'll pick up about a length over Snellings. Snellings fighting back. But at the finish, it's going to be Murphy with the win at 1:09.13. Snellings close behind at 1:10.94. And we got a battle coming up for third with Bassnett trying to close in and steal third, and she'll do it. Bassnett tags in with a time of 1:21.66, just ahead of Yilmaz. And that will do it for the 100 free.
Excuse me, 103. For the Spartans, lane 1, Donovan. Lane 3, Davis. Lane 5, Moore. For your Lawrence Cardinals, lane 2, Keon Costa. Lane 4, Ethan Berger. Lane 6.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
100 free for the boys. Cardinals only taking 2 lanes in this event with Aiden Verga in lane 3 and Keon Kajastapur in lane 5. And it's going to be Verga out to the early lead. There's the turn. It's Verga and Davis going at it. Verga starting to pull away. Morazzo not far behind. Now Verga with the turn. He'll extend his lead to over a length. Meanwhile, Davis and Moore side by side for this one. Now Verga with the turn. And Davis seems to be taking charge of second. Actually closing a little bit on Verga. But at the finish, it's going to be Verga with the win with a time of 1:00.66. Davis finished up in second with a time of 1:02.01, followed by Moore at 1:04.52. And Kajastapur took fourth with 1:07.64. Next up will be the girls 400 free.
For your Spartans, lane 1, Reyes, lane 5, Bahia, lane 3, Bandera. For your Lawrence Cardinals, lane 4, Adrian Heights, lane 2, Sheila Coleman-Steyer, lane 6, Ava Diamond.
Step up.
500 free for the ladies.
Your mark.
Into the water they go. Steinert only fielding 2 swimmers for this event, while Cardinals at full strength. And early on, leader is Paige Van Heist. It's a very different event as they've got a long way to go. Swimmers really need to pace themselves to make sure they don't go out too quick and burn out. Van Heist out to the early lead in lane 4. And over there in lane 6, Donnelly in second with Kolomoskaya trying to chase her down. And actually at the wall, it's going to be Kolomoskaya slightly ahead of Donnelly. But Van Heist way ahead of everyone. Kolomoskaya and Donnelly still side by side in this one. Swimming in fourth is Vandero from Steinert. Currently the Cardinals maintaining the top 3 spots. Van Heist with another turn, well out in the lead. Now Kolomoskaya about a length ahead of Donnelly. Van Heist looking like she's trying to lap the field. Kolomoskaya still giving chase in lane 2. And it looks like Donnelly is going to have to fight off a challenge from Vandero. She wants to keep third. Van Heist with another turn. She's starting to come up to put a lap on Meha. Meha's going to go down a lap. And Van Heist will make the turn. Kolomoskaya still maintaining second. And now that challenge for third seems to have fallen off as Donnelly firmly in second. Van Heist with yet another turn. Still solidly out in the lead, and Kolometskaya still solidly in second. No challenge for third anymore. Donnelly solidly in third. And not all that far behind Kolometskaya. Taking a glance at the scoreboard, Cardinal girls have been having a stellar meet. They're currently leading 72-19 over Steinert. Cardinal boys, well, they've got a challenge here as it's currently tied up at 46 apiece in the bird bath. Boys could go either way. Girls look like they're going to wrap this one up long before the end of the meet. As Van Heist continues to soldier on in first. There's lap 13 marker for Van Heist, as she's now closing on Vandero to put her a lap down. There's the bell for the last lap. Van Heist with the turn. And it looks like she is going to put a lap on Vandero. If she does, that will make the Cardinals the only team on the lead lap. And there goes Van Heist past Vandero. Van Heist with the final turn, and she'll head back toward the finish with everything she's got left. Looks like she's got a little bit left in the tank. And Van Heist will tag in for the win with a time of 5:35.22. Now Kolometskaya coming in to finish her race. She'll claim second with a time of 5:48.61. Donnelly not far behind. She'll tag in for third with a time of 5:55.76. And we're looking for Vandero. Here she comes into the picture. Vandero swimming all alone in fourth. Still swimming with purposeful strides and a good glide. Vandero will tag in to take fourth with a time of 6:29.81. And finally, here comes Meha, swimming in fifth, your final swimmer.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Now the 400 free for the boys. Cardinals entering Fletcher Sisk and Carter Edwards. And Steiner only entering two swimmers as well, Marshall and Uger. Into the water they go. And your early leader is going to be Fletcher Sisk. He's being challenged by Uger and then Edwards. After the first turn, Sisk only up by about a half a length. It looks like Edwards is going to be trying to give chase there. Got a challenge for the lead as Uger has pulled ahead of Sisk. Not sure whether Uger has the stamina to maintain that lead. Loses a little bit of ground on the turn as Sisk is right there with him. Sisk may be just pacing himself a little slower to go the distance. Uger with the turn, then Sisk. And swimming in third is Edwards. Sisk not losing touch with Uger. In fact, he may be closing a little bit on Uger now. Sisk very close to Uger, and after the turn, he's actually gained a little bit of ground and retaken the lead. So Sisk swimming in first, Uger in second. Sisk at the turn, then Uger, and then Edwards. Sisk distancing himself from Uger about 4 lengths now, and here comes Edwards challenging for that second spot. Sisk with the turn. And just about dead even at the turn for second place. Uger still out ahead of Edwards by a little bit. Edwards trying to chase him down. And at the wall, it's going to be Edwards ahead of Uger. Sisk is ahead of everybody. And now coming into the picture, we see Edwards has taken second as Uger has really fallen off the pace. Looks like he may have gone out just a little too hard too soon. Sisk nonchalantly swimming along in first place. Meanwhile, Edwards looks like he may be trying to see if he can run down Sisk. Got a bit of catching up to do so. Sisk all alone out front. He'll head the other direction while Edwards is still heading for the wall. There's Edwards' turn. No challenge at all from Uger now. And Sisk has put Marshall a lap down. Sisk with another turn. Edwards still maintaining a decent pace. There's Sisk with his 13th lap. And Edwards following suit. There's the bell for the final lap. Sisk will make the turn. He'll go down and back one last time. Sisk has been the class of the field for this event. There's the final turn. And Sisk pushing it just a little more than what we had seen in the last few laps. Trying to go for a personal best. Sisk will time in for the win with a time of 5:34.61. Now here comes Edwards as he's headed for the finish as well. And Edwards will tag in for second with a time of 5:50.48. Huger, the first swimmer for Steinert, heading for the finish line. He'll tag in with a time of 6:07.14. One swimmer left in the water, that's Marshall. Marshall for his final turn. And Marshall still swimming strong as well, making his way back to the finish. And Marshall will finish up with a time of 6:52.23. Next up for the girls will be the 200 free relay. Swimming in lane 4 will be Snellings, Romaine, Carmaker, and Meth. In lane 2, Kibbe, Yuckmau, Dong, and Donnelly. Steinert fielding 3 squads for this one. In lane 3, Collado, Stevens, Meha, and Rodriguez. In lane 5, Yilmaz, Maza, Vandeno, Doris. And in lane 1, Artikova, Quick, Reyes, and Rommel. These relay races are always exciting. Cardinals only 2 squads in the water for this one.
Take your mark.
And into the water they go. Early leader in lane 2 is Leah Kibbe. Over there in lane 4, swimming in second, Zoe Snellings. As the 2 Cardinal squads are out front, about dead even at the turn. It appears Snellings made a little more ground on the turn, but Kibbe's right there with her. In fact, Kibbe may be retaking it. About dead even at the exchange. And now swimming in lane 4 is Romaine, while in lane 2 is Yuckmau. Very close still at the turn as the 2 Lawrence squads really going at it. And now it looks like Yuckmau has pulled away from Romaine. Into the water goes Dong in lane 2, followed by Carmaker in lane 4. And Carmaker looks like she's trying to make that up and get back into the lead for that lane. Yes, at the turn it's going to be Carmaker ahead of Dong. Carmaker really pouring it on. She's put about 2 lengths on Dong. And into the water goes Donnelly in lane 4. Now into the water in lane 2. I'm sorry, that was Meth in lane 4, and it's Donnelly in lane 2. Donnelly trying to make up all that ground that her team lost in the last leg. But Meth already headed the other direction and running at a pretty good pace herself. So it'll be Meth tagging in to take the win with a time of 2:14.10. Close behind is going to be Donnelly with a time of 2:18.12. And in for third, Rodriguez. I'm sorry, that's Doris in third. Still got 2 teams in the water. No, that was Rodriguez who took third with a time of 2:50.46. Now Doris and Rommel will finish up. Next up will be the boys 200 free relay. And only 3 teams will be in the water for this one. In lane 2 will be Moore, Donovan, Taylor, and Davis. And in lane 5 will be Mazzaro, R, and Chiara. Swimming for the Cardinals, we've got Brian Carranza, Nico Gutierrez, Liam Carroll, and Ken Kajastapur. Swimmers on the starting blocks.
Take your mark.
And into the water they go. Early leader is Marazzo, followed closely by Carranza. At the turn, it's Marazzo, Carranza, I'm sorry, that's Moore out front, and Marazzo is swimming in third. Into the water goes Donovan. And for Cardinals, there goes Gutierrez into the water, followed very closely by R. Good battle going on for second. Donovan well out front. And into the water goes Taylor in lane 3. Side by side for second place. Into the water goes Liam Carroll for the Cardinals and Chiara. And they're still going at it there, battling for second, but it looks like Carroll starting to lay claim to that position. Now Davis into the water for Steinert. And yes, Carroll has taken claim to the second. He'll tag up, and into the water goes Ken Kajastapur. He'll be followed closely by Uger for Steinert. Well, maybe not so closely. Kajastapur is pouring it on. Given a little more time, I think Kajastapur could actually catch Davis, but he's not going to be given any time. And Davis will tag in for the win with a time of 2:00:34. Kajastapur comes in at 2:06:10. And Uger rounds out the field at 2:11:88. Next up will be the girls 100 backstroke. And Cardinals will be fielding 3 swimmers: Hayden Perry, Rihanna Lewis, and Hope Lestitian. Steinert also fielding 3 swimmers: Vandero, Torres, and Quick.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
And the girls will enter the water for the 100 backstroke.
Your butt. Take your mark.
And there they go. And the best glide seems to be Perry over there in lane 4. Rihanna Lewis swimming in second in lane 2. And it's anybody's race for third. Still Perry and Lewis out front. But laying claim to third, that seems to be Torres over there in lane 5. Perry and Lewis still pacing the field. Lewis less than a length behind Perry. 2 Cardinal swimmers swimming very well together. At the turn, it's still going to be Perry, followed by Lewis. And over in lane 5, I'm sorry, that's Vandero in lane 5. No problem with our scoring order here. But no problem with Perry as she claims the win at 1:23.08, followed closely by Rihanna Lewis for second at 1:25.65. Now it's going to be Vandero tagging in for third at 2:08.15. Next up will be the 100 backstroke for the boys. Cardinals have Josh DeMarco swimming in lane 3, Fletcher Sisk in lane 5, and Gavin Hewitt in lane 1. Steinert has Wemmer in 4, Marshall in 2, and Romano in 6.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
And the boys will hop in the water, ready for the start of the 100 backstroke.
Take your mark.
There's the start. Cardinals actually trailing by 1 in this point. Cardinals with 60, Steinert with 61. Josh DeMarco looking to do something about that as he's already well out front in lane 3. After that, it's anybody's race. Perhaps giving a nod to Fletcher Sisk. No, I think that's Hewitt out front. In second. DeMarco not waiting around for anyone. DeMarco with the turn. Sisk swimming in second. But out front it's going to be Josh DeMarco tagging in for the win with a time of 1:10.79. And solidly in second, we've got Fletcher Sisk. Sisk will tag in for a time of 1:26.52. In third, it's going to be Marshall at 1:31.09, followed by Hewitt at 1:33.38, Wemmer, and Romano. Next is the 100-meter breaststroke. Swimming for the Cardinals, Olivia Yuckmau in lane 4, Zoe Snellings in lane 2, and Julia Deliwa in lane 6. Swimming for Steinert in lane 3 is Mejia, in lane 5 is Rodriguez, and in lane 1 is Rommel. Girls 100 breaststroke. Into the water they go. All the lanes are filled for this one. And it's going to be all 3 Cardinals coming out in front. Looks like Deliwa may have the early lead in this one over in lane 6. But from this angle, it's really hard to tell. And at the turn, well, it's Snellings with a slight lead over Yuckmau, and Deliwa right there as well. Snellings extending her lead, as is Yuckmau over Deliwa. All 3 of them well ahead of the Steinert swimmers at this point. Now Deliwa back up doing the breaststroke and leading this one, but only by about 2 lengths over Snelling. I'm sorry, Snelling's leading, but only about 2 lengths over Yuckmau. Now Snelling's with the turn. Yuckmau with the turn. And DeLewa with the turn. Snelling's headed for the finish. And Snellings will tag in with a time of 1:35.92. Next comes Yuckmouth for second with a time of 1:40.64. And DeLewa over there in lane 6. Swimming in for third. She'll finish up with a time of 1:50.25. Now here come the Steinert girls. It's going to be Mejia just barely edging out Rodriguez. And Rommel will round out the field. That will bring us to the boys 100 breaststroke. Cardinals are going to be filling 2 lanes with Aiden Verga in lane 3 and Liam Carroll in lane 5. Then from Steinert, they've got Moore in lane 4, Taylor in lane 2, and Ordakov in lane 6. Boys 100 breaststroke. Into the water they go. And it's going to be Aiden Verga out front. But he's got stiff competition from Taylor. And now here comes Moore as well. Carroll digging, trying to catch up with Moore. At the turn, it's going to be Verga out front. Verga, I'm sorry. Aiden Verga with the lead. Taylor in second. And a good battle going on for third. Verga with the turn. There's Moore with the turn. I'm sorry, Taylor with the turn, but Moore and Carroll still going at it for third place. Verga not waiting around. He's checked out at first. He'll tag in for the win with a time of 1:14.48. Taylor will finish second with 1:21.56, and it's almost a dead heat. Oh, and a good glide over there by Moore to finish third, just barely edging out Carroll. Ordakov in lane 1 will be rounding out the field. And he'll finish up with a time of 1:48.02. The final event for the girls is next. It's the 400 free relay. Cardinals fielding 2 teams. In lane 4 will be Donnelly, Bassnet, Lestitian, and Lewis. And in lane 2, Karmaker, Kolomatskaya, Dong, and DeLewa. Steinert also fielding 2 squads for this one, with lane 3 having Torres, Rodriguez, Reyes, and Collado. And in lane 5, Yilmaz, Maza, Vandero, and Davis.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
400 free relay. Into the water they go. And very close together at the start of this one. It looks like lane 2 with Carmaker out in the lead. And Donnelly digging away there. Donnelly actually at the turn gained a lot of ground and took the lead. Carmaker still swimming in second. Donnelly with the turn. Carmaker still there in second. In fact, very close. Only about a length and a half behind is Torres. I'm sorry, that's Yilmaz in lane 3. At the turn, it's going to be Donnelly out front, just barely ahead of Carmaker. Carmaker fighting back in lane 2. Into the water is going to go Kolomatskaya in lane 2, followed closely by Bassnet. Carmaker and Bassnet out front. Cardinals dominating this event. At the turn, a lot of ground gained there by Bassnet. But Kolomatskaya still pulling ahead. Now about a lane lead, or a length lead. There's the next turn. And that time, Bassnet was unable to pull even with Kolomatskaya on the turn. Kolomatskaya extending her lead. Kolomatskaya with the turn, and Bassnet with the turn. Both Cardinal swimmers heading back to the changeover. And Dong enters the water in lane 2. Now Lestitian in lane 4. Turn, it's going to be Dong out front. Lestitian swimming in second. Lestitian makes up a lot of ground on the turn. And she's still digging. Both swimmers putting in a good pace. Now Dong with the turn. Lestitian with the turn. Dong still out front after the turn. Not much change that time. Now coming up to the final turn for these two. And Dong with the turn. Lestitian with a great turn, and she's going to come up ahead of Dong. Dong fighting back in lane 2. About a dead heat at this point. And it's a dead heat at the changeover as Raina Lewis will enter lane 4 and Julia Deliwa in lane 2. At this point, it's either lane's race. At the turn, it's going to be Lewis in lane 4 ahead of Deliwa. Both Cardinal swimmers well ahead of Steinert. Lewis with the turn. Now Deliwa with the turn. Lewis stretching out that lead. Deliwa staying in the hunt. Now Lewis with the turn. And Deliwa with the turn. They'll both sprint back to the finish line. This looks like it's going to be Lewis all the way to the end. And Lewis will take the win with a time of 5:15.35. Deliwa right behind her with a time of 5:18.19. Now, Davis will be rounding out this leg for the Steinert team in lane 4. And Davis tags in with a time of 5:41.62. Got another lap to go over there in lane 5. That's Collado swimming the final leg for this squad. Collado with the turn. And she'll head back down towards the finish. Collado swimming with a strong, steady pace still. And she'll tag in to take 4th place with a time of 6:30.45. That will take us to the 400 free relay, final event of the night. Swimming for the Cardinals in lane 3, Gerbetinov, Verga, Carroll, and DeMarco. In lane 5, Kajastapur, Edwards, Gutierrez, and Sisk. For Steinert in lane 4, we got R, Morazzo, Wemmer, and Uger. In lane 2, Moore, Donovan, Douglas, and Davis. And in lane 6, Carrara, Marshall, Romano, and Ordakov.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
And into the water the boys go for the start of the final event of the evening, the 400 free relay. So far, several of the swimmers swimming close together, but at the turn it's going to be Gerbetinov in lane 4 with the lead. He distances himself from the rest of the field on that turn. There, Gerbetinov with the turn, still swimming in the lead. Swimming in 2nd, that is R. And swimming in 3rd for the Cardinals is Kajastapur. Gerbetinov well out front now, setting a blistering pace. And into the water goes Aiden Verga. Morazzo into the water for Steinert, and Carter Edwards into the water for Lawrence. Meanwhile, Verga well out front. Here's the turn. Edwards digging away in 3rd. Verga with the turn. Incidentally, they've updated the scoring, and the boys are now leading 80-73 over Steinert. Lawrence boys, that is. Now into the water goes Liam Carroll. Carroll at the turn. And Gutierrez in lane 2. Carroll in the next turn. Carroll in a class all of his own right now. Gutierrez headed back to complete his first down and back. Now Carroll headed for the changeover. Carroll's put the lead 5 swimmer a lap down. And into the water for the Cardinals goes Josh DeMarco to round out this group. DeMarco cruising down the lane. DeMarco coming up to try and put a lap on Gutierrez. And he'll do so. DeMarco turns, and into the water in lane 2 goes Fletcher Sisk. Sisk busily trying to unlap his team. But at the turn, it's still Carroll out front. I'm sorry, DeMarco out front. And DeMarco will tag in for the win with a time of 4:18.58. There we see Sisk going on another lap. Now in second, we have Davis swimming in at a leisurely pace. And Davis will tag in for second with a time of 4:37.98. Next in the water will be Fletcher Sisk, lane 2. And Sisk will bring home third with a time of 5:19.90. Next, there's Uger finishing up with a time of 5:09.61 for fourth. And the final swimmer in the water, Ordakov, bringing it home in lane 1. And Ordakov will finish up to claim 5th position with a time of 5:39.47. That will do it for the swim meet today. Lady Cardinals really took this meet by storm as they scored 134 points to take the win over Steinert, who only got 33. Boys, on the other hand, had a tough match. They prevailed in the end with a score of 90-77 over Steinert. Thank you all for watching tonight, and be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.